first.
That's
probably why.
You know, it's a good one.
Rats.
When have you ever heard that in everyday life?
No.
I have. I used to work with that kid. I said that's like really like religious Marion. Remember, he would just go rats. And he'd be dead ass serious, but he sold it, dude.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And that's the beginning, guys. Episode 58, season 2, episode 16.
Bursted.
I'm co-host Dalton Sipes, and with me today is,
as always, Adam Cantrell, your trusty compatriot.
That's it. So,
compatriot. Compatriot.
Something like that.
Compatriot. Look that up.
All right.
Let's get out. This is vocabulary. Compatriot.
Compatriot. That's what I said. A fellow citizen or national of a country.
What's a compatriot? Just my
my
version of that.
Nothing.
It is now.
It is. I knew better than to even doubt myself. I knew what that word was.
Oh God, dude.
Hell, you been up to?
Fucking, that's what I was trying to think, dude. It's hard for me to form a thought right now. This is me conjuring thoughts, dude. I don't think I did anything, man, of note. I went to the grocery store. I'm back into Meijer now. You talked me into it.
Yeah,
that's a big
Meijer's
personal
dude.
Been cooking chicken like a motherfucker.
That's what I was about to say. I was waiting on you to remember that because you sent over the weekend. You sent me no less than 3 pictures of.
I'm mastering it. I'm fucking mastering it.
The ones looked really good,
dude. I already had, before I came here, had chicken in my apartment's a sauna right now.
That's
80
funny.
degrees. I got a gas stove cooking 400 degrees right now.
Jesus.
Not right now.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I had done that before.
I know. I've
done that before.
You talked about it on the pod. If you would have said you have that oven going, I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be like, whatever.
Dude, Kroger right now got these. This is deal talk right here. You don't even need to be a Kroger Plus member.
Oh my God!
But $5 even packs of fresh bird, dude. I'm talking 4 generous, boneless, skinless, fillets, probably to the tune of about 1.5 pounds, $5. I bang out 2 per sesh, so I just cooked 2 of them. That's lunch tomorrow. Another thing I got, the $5 drummies. I've been hitting them exceptionally hard. And
that's what I've seen pictures of.
Yeah, they're like medium-sized drums. There's 16 drums. It's 4.5 pounds of drum. And, of course, you got that bone weight in there, dude.
Yeah.
You got that sweet bone weight.
Now, the meat by the bone is the best meat in the whole thing.
Suckling it, dude. I understood finally how you hurt your mouth eating chicken wings because I was just suckling it.
That's how you got to get that bone meat.
But... So I've been hitting that up, prepping it, dude, eating it, prepping it, eating it, and then prepping some more. And this batch, I went out Friday after work, and I've been hitting all these. I got all these seasonings. I'm just trying to get rid of my seasonings too. Do you just acquire seasonings, or are you not that kind of guy?
I'm not that kind of guy.
I just acquire them, and I rarely use them.
Because I'm the kind of guy that knows what he likes and just buys what.
I get gifted a lot of seasonings.
Now the one, it's not seasonings, but the one, because I always want to try them, is like hot sauces. I guess is what I end up with because I'm always like trying to find the next great hot sauce. But
I'll tell you who's got good seasonings. Trader Joe's, dude.
Yeah, they
Trader Joe's got some damn fine seasonings.
Marissa loves the everything bagel
Me
seasoning.
too. I am not speaking of hot sauce, not a siracha boy.
So
take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. Same.
It's the taste. It's not. It's just. It's a weird taste.
It's not it's not even close to the best hot sauce. I don't know how it got
so popular.
It got so popular.
And then there was like a shortage too. I think that kind of
there was, and this is true for a lot, dude. Not just sriracha. Very, 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 very true. The more I'm on this earth, the more I see it in action. Your average asshole has no personality and has no thought. If we had 100 people listening to this, I'm talking to 80 of you. That's about where the ratio is.
Yeah.
And they just piggyback off of shit that other people like, dude.
They're fucking hype beasts.
They're hype beasts. Like,
Sriracha taco.
Yeah, and so
Taco
like,
sriracha.
Sriracha just started getting posted. All of a sudden, everybody fucking loves Sriracha. No, you goddamn don't. If you do, you haven't tried very much. But you just want to be a part of something, and so you've latched on.
Well, what I do is I'll jump on them trends, but if it ain't about me, I'll jump off.
Well, so I'm just the most honest with it. I'll give it a try.
Yeah, dude.
I will try it, but if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't.
I'll tell you one
like
thing. We're talking circa 2016, 2017. Adam Cantrell in Marion, Ohio, getting hip to avocado toast, and I was literally taking the toast, avocado, everything bagel seasoning, and then drizzle that sriracha. It was okay, but the sriracha was the weakest thing.
Yeah, I've had stuff with sriracha on. Like it's a take it or leave it scenario. If I never have sriracha ever again in my life, no worries.
Hold that thought. I bring that up to say this: Trader Joe's has a sriracha powder seasoning dry rub.
Oh,
very good.
Okay,
better than sriracha.
They have
Dude,
like
you coat your chicken in that and cook it. Tell me about it, dude. Right back to me.
I haven't eaten it in years, but I used to get a lot of it's in like a sriracha type bottle, but it's Green Dragon from Trader Joe's. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Yeah,
it's not like super
spicy.
It's just like a sauce you can liberally apply to something.
Oh, yeah, you fucking lib. You libtard. But anyway, hit them seasonings. Kroger has got this Jamaican jerk sauce right next to these drummies. Okay, sure.
Love
so
jerk.
what I've been doing, dude, and I think I've got this mastered. I'm hitting the dry rub on the bird. I've got this Sazon Completo. It's this Dominican Republic fucking all seasoning. It's so fucking good. I can get it at Hungla Hims. And so I'll dust it in that, throw it in the oven for about 30 minutes, 400 degrees, get it pretty well cooked. Then I'm lathering it in that Caribbean jerk. And I even had another batch just baking in the jerk. But then I throw them in the air fryer for like another 15, 20 minutes, which seems excessive, but dude, ideal. And it gets it tasting like a chicken wing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Big ass
Chicken
wing. I fucking get off of work Saturday, start prepping this bird. One thing leads to another. I'm playing zombies. And I'm playing Call of Duty with Dale Ball and Steed, playing some Warzone. I just start sucking down one bone after. I've gone through fucking 12 or 13 of them 16 drumsticks, dude, in one night. And that was supposed to be this week's meals.
Yeah.
But one thing leads to another.
Well, so just a quick side question. Is this, are you supposed to be eating healthy right now? Or is no? Like what's
I'm picking my battles.
Well, because like one thing that's always cracked me up about you when you eat healthy is like, you have this idea that like as long as you just only eat meat, it's healthy. Like your dinners will be just like 5 pounds of meat,
and then I just got stankin' ass rotting meat. And then
yeah,
I'm
like
up.
I've always loved that you think like meat
okay.
don't count.
Meat don't count, dude. Especially when I'm hitting that gym, which I hit in a long. You know how flexible I am. A test.
Yeah, no.
You've never seen me stretch. I can touch my toes.
I've seen you stretch. You're flexible.
I am starting to lose flexibility, which is like a big sign for me because I've always prided myself that, all right, no matter how fat I get, I'm still pretty limber. I'm getting less limber. I think I'm going to start stretching again.
Well, and we're just getting older. That's like, like arguably I'm more active than I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite, dude. We've traded places in this life.
Yeah.
We have, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You were a video game boy. I used to talk about how
I can't even get into video
lame
games
they
anymore.
are. I'm all about video games now. I used to hate them.
Now, see, I don't hate them because I remember what it's like to love them and
used to
play
be
them a
so
shit ton.
disciplined, dude. I used to be so disciplined.
Yeah. I like video games for me, and I loved them and spent my whole, like, there'd be times like specific games I would have like 2 days off work, and my whole 2 days off work revolved around me playing that game until I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Now I know that GTA 6 is about
I'm gonna play that.
Daddy's going to scratch that itch,
I'm going to play the hell out of GTA 6.
And if they don't come out the gate with online, they've already worked out the king. They're not going to, because then nobody's going to play the story.
That's not true, because I'll actually play the GTA story. I like those stories, dude.
They need to just, I grinded. I spent so long on my GTA Online character just for it to be in the wash. And I wish they would let you just bring your character back and just fly from Los Santos to Vice City.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not smart for them, though. They want you to grind that character.
I mean, GTA 5, boy, I put in some grinding.
Oh, Christ, it's been out for 13 fucking years.
Well, I mean, I haven't played it in fucking
I'll take
9, but
I've taken 2-year breaks off of that game 5 times at least since it's come out, which is crazy.
I grinded it for probably the first 2 years it was out, and then I got back on one time for like an hour to play with Dogger, and he showed me like his little
the flying thing. That thing's sweet, dude.
And then I had enough money in my bank account to just buy one and stun on him.
That thing's fucking sweet. Remember we got into Red Dead during COVID?
That's a fucking Rockstar makes great games, dude.
How incredible online us just being a posse.
It was fun as fuck.
Get drunk and just start smacking each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, not a whole lot happening in Roost's Corner.
Yeah.
This week.
So I have been traveling a shit ton. If you've been listening, you've heard that. And this weekend is a little reprieve. I start again next weekend, or even this weekend rather. I'm going to Louisville, but
what's in Louisville?
We're meeting her parents.
Oh,
for
you
the
told
day.
me about that. Yeah. The Derby Day.
Derby Day. Yeah, it's Derby Day. But anyway, so I was like, my goal for this weekend is just kind of like administrative work on my life, like unpack my shit. Like I had never fully unpacked from like Hawaii before we went to Nashville because there was only like a week turnaround. And so I got all that shit unpacked, just like did shit I needed to do and barely did anything else. The only thing of note is I watched a shit ton of playoff basketball. And I'm sure you're familiar with him, Ken Burns documentary.
Yeah, of course.
I watched this before, but I rewatched it because we're going to go to the Muhammad Ali Center in Louisville this weekend. But I watched the 4-part documentary on Muhammad Ali, so I spent like 8 hours. They're like 4 2-hour things breaking up his career and life. What a dude! But yeah, so I just like really sat around and did fucking nothing. Yesterday was really nice after work, Monday, and I knew we were going to get shit on with all this rain, so I did go play disc golf after work.
Oh yeah, how'd you do? Where'd you play?
A Vineyard, which is like 15 minutes away, and shot 3 under. That's a normal round for me out there. I haven't been playing much because the weather's been so fucking shitty, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
I did play when I was in Hawaii, but it was a terrible course. But they just don't have the space. I think I went over that. But yeah. That's really all I've been up to. I'll have more for you guys next time.
How was this weekend?
How was this weekend?
This past weekend.
Great. I mean, literally did nothing.
Like lay in bed, stared at the ceiling, nothing again?
That other than when I was watching the documentary or basketball, like a lot of playoff basketball and shit.
Give me the rundown how the Cavs doing. You're my sports update, dude.
Cavs are fucking crushing it. They won their first round against Miami, sweep 4-0. They almost had the largest playoff win of all time yesterday to beat Game 4. They did get the most for Game 4 and then the most total point differential in a series. So, like, if you add up all the difference they won by in all the games, the total number of points is like 125. They have the record for the biggest ass beaten on any team in the playoffs ever.
How do the playoffs work? Double elimination, single elimination? How's it go?
No, it's series of 7, so you have to win 4. So we just played our first round. And then now we go play the semifinals, and then we'll have the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll play the Pacers in the next round, is what it's looking like. And then
Pacers, I forgot Indiana's just got basketball.
Yeah,
where do they tout themselves as?
The what do you mean? Like,
didn't you tell me they were like call themselves?
They're like consider themselves the basketball state for sure. Yeah,
I thought you said there was a name like Birth of Basketball.
Maybe
basketball
there
was
is
born here. Or some shit.
Maybe. But
fuck Indiana, dude.
But and then probably Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then whoever comes out of the West if we make it to the finals. But I think it looks good, dude. I think it's my favorite. The mid-'90s Indians and this Cavs team are my 2 favorite Cleveland sports teams of all time as far as like
who's got the Western Conference on lock?
Probably Oklahoma City Thunder. Los Angeles Clippers is my sleeper pick, but yeah, I think OKC. I think OKC, Cavs. I mean, Boston's a hell of a team to get out of the East, but we'll see what we can do. I think we stand a good chance.
Oh yeah, dude. That's Sports Corner.
That's Sports Corner. But so did a lot of nothing. I did add. I was running low on Would You Rathers that I had, and so I
just thought of a plethora of Would You Rather.
I added like 8 or 9 to them for sure.
We should do an AI Would You Rather one time. On here.
Yeah.
Just do it live, and then it's going to be double blind. It'll be a double blind.
I'm trying to look because I did get an email and I forgot.
Verify. Better verify that
I'm verifying that it's me, dude. Enhance.
Enhance.
You
got that 12-factor authentication?
Yeah, but I already was logged in here. Moomaw, friend of the show, friend of us, says, Greasy Boys, thanks for the shout last week and using my Would You Rather. Between never eating and always hungry, this is a shout out to the last one, and never sleeping, always tired, I'm already always tired, so I'll go with that.
Ooh,
and then
he's a daddy.
And then he said, and then people on the airplane do suck. On my honeymoon 7 years ago, we were flying back from Italy to Chicago, an 8-hour flight, and the lady next to me shits herself and doesn't get up. Then
power move.
That is a power move. Then she keeps tapping me on the shoulder while I have my headphones in, not to excuse herself, but to attempt small talk. The worst.
No, dude. Just like you lose. Like I respect your right to sit in that shit, dude.
If honestly, bro, if somebody beside me
you were shunned,
full blown shits their pants beside me and then shits in it, that's an all-time story that I'm keeping. It's worth whatever pain I have to go through. But you're right. Don't talk to me.
Shun.
Don't talk to me.
Shun, dude.
Yeah.
Give me your talking stick. It is gone.
I will respect you.
I respect what you did.
I respect what you've done.
Mad fucking props.
But don't fucking talk to me.
Do not engage.
Do not engage.
Do not engage.
Do not engage.
It's your fault that you shit before takeoff from Italy. And you had a transatlantic rash.
Transatlantic rash.
To Chicago. Just to load up another Italian beef and
do it all over again.
Dude. She cannot be stopped.
I mean, and I'm of the opinion that an 8-hour flight, if that happened early in that flight, that's fully dry and crusted. You'll be able to peel that off like a face mask.
No, dude, you're losing skin. That's a tight Velcro, dude. My ass would look bare, baby ass. I'm giving that bitch my vomit bag too. I'm like, take this. You know what to do with it. God, that is the worst. Imagine she's in the middle, dude. Imagine she's in the middle and you got fucking. You're catching strays on both sides.
Oh my God, dude. That is.
And what's going on in her head? They have no idea.
They probably think that they won't know it's her.
Speaking of naughties on planes.
Okay.
And I know you're familiar with this. I don't know, Reddit's obviously got some sort of algorithm, right? My home feed is probably tailored to what shits I interact with.
Well, your home feed
to the subreddit.
Is your home page is only going to be subreddits that you have followed.
But I've noticed some subreddits I follow go dark until I start engaging in them, and then they start.
So the order at which they appear definitely is how much you engage with
my
them.
sink pissing subreddit's been going down, but like, dude, did you see the clip of the guy trying to? We talked about our concert pissing ways.
Yeah.
And we got a bunch of motherfuckers nowadays trying to blow our spot. That you get a good thing going. People try to be Johnny Cool. This dude's whips his hog out mid-flight. He's got it under his like fucking. He's got it under that table, but neglecting that anybody to your side has got a clear shot at what's going on, dude. Daddy's smooth.
And that's an airplane. That's
a bold move.
Airplane is not one you can do because you don't have a singular point of attention that's going to draw people's attention away.
If anything, they're wandering. You're going to catch. You are going to be the entertainment on that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be thought about.
And then there was the guy, and then shortly afterwards, there's the guy at the bar. Remember that clip? There's a dude at the bar that's just sitting there talking to the bartender.
Yeah.
And he's just pissed. And this dude, I think, is just pissing. I don't think he's got a vessel.
No, he's just letting it run.
What are you thinking, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Trying to blow our spot, dude. So why is peeing on a plane not okay like that? Peeing under the bar, not okay. Peeing at a concert into a vessel, not hurting anybody's soul, not okay. But peeing in the pool, somehow we as a society have turned a cheek to.
So
turned a blind eye to.
I agree. Society is fucked up on all that. Me, I don't hold all those same beliefs that you said. Okay, so
break it down.
Here's the way I see it. So like a concert floor, a pool, there's enough dilution and chemicals to handle it. A concert floor, I, under no circumstances, am going to end up on that floor.
Not unless you slip in somebody's pee.
No, I'm not going to slip in somebody's pee.
Challenge accepted.
So, fucking bro, we've been singing in the rain before. You think I'm gonna slip now?
That's true.
But
we've been doing that for over 10 years now.
Yeah, we have.
We're degenerates.
Constant. I'm never going to end up on that floor. I'm not eating anything off that floor. I'm not interacting with that floor. Bottom of my shoes are the only thing going to interact with that shoes.
Little ankle splash, maybe.
Yeah,
if you're lucky.
And that ain't going to bother me. I don't plan on licking my fucking ankles, right? You know, like ain't got nothing to do with me. The bar where that gets a little tricky is like I don't really care. Like truthfully, if you're asking me, do I care? No, I don't give a fuck.
So I'm a stranger at a bar. You're right next to me. We haven't interacted at all, and I'm just peeing.
If society, like...
Would you get up and move to another store?
I wouldn't want to get splashed on by your pee, but like, once it there, like, especially, like, you got to picture a world where this is normal. People just pee on the bar floor. Like, not going to be that big of a deal. Like, it's only a big deal because we make it a big deal. Now, the only catch to that is, like, if they serve food, because then you're dealing with, like, a fucking health hazard.
Okay.
Like, you know, that's where it changes a little bit. Because now I am going to eat there. Now I am going to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's where it gets a little different. The bottom of my shoes, my ankles.
I ain't worried about all my eyes have been open, dude. I didn't think you guys were such free pool peers until we went to fucking...
Oh, I'm a free and open pool peer.
Where the fuck... Soak City.
So I've always been a free and open pool peer.
With this guy and friend of the podcast, Zach Franklin, a friend of in life. And these motherfuckers are just going to town.
Going to town.
And I have been making it a point to go out of the...
Like a fucking clown.
And I guess my naivete, I didn't realize so many people pee in the pool. I thought that was just like a joke, like, you know.
No, bro, it's just because it just free your mind, bro.
And I genuinely did think that pool dye thing was real, that wives' tale of the blue dye.
Hell no, I pissed in every pool. You're from here to Mississippi ain't never been dyed.
And these fucking assholes were in the wave pool, and I was wondering what was up because they were like trying to get up and to my left, and then the waves kick in, and I just see them both turn back to me, grinning, and then I put 2 and 3 together and got 12, and fucking these guys are just waves of their fucking diluted
downstream
piss.
At him.
God damn, dude. Anyway, what brought that up? Oh, shitting on a plane.
Yeah, shit. Now,
that's wild, Moomaw.
No, that is wild, Moomaw.
I want to know right back. What was your response? Did you engage and did you willfully participate in her like just trying to
delusion?
Her delusion. Thank you. Were you a willful participant in this delusion? Did any other attendants? I feel like there's more to this story. Who else noticed it? Did anybody call her out? What was she when she stood up to get back? What was the manner of which she did? I don't know, man. That leaves me more questions than anything, but that is insane. Oh, dude, go back to that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Did we do it again?
No.
It's
okay.
Separate track.
It's in mono.
Okay, separate tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did it again.
Now, I got 2. If you have anything else, you can still get to it. But I got 2 callbacks from previous episodes. Actually, this one you've kind of talked about in multiple episodes. You be treating your upper lip like a fucking snow pea with them Zins, bro. You say you rack them
bottom lip.
They're bottom lip. You put multiple Zins in. You keep them in rotation, right?
Right.
I came across an article. What's next for you, dude?
Dude, I've got an update, but go ahead. There's something that's happening inside my mouth right now.
All right, but this is called Zen lodging, and hold on, I can get this.
Yeah, when you get a yurt out in the fucking middle of nowhere, dude, you just zen out.
And you just zen out, dude. So the article I had saved.
One thing I have consciously been concerned with, not enough to stop doing zen, but is the recession of my gums, dude.
Yeah, well, you got mouth problems now. But
oh wow.
So people are lodging nicotine pouches in their buttholes
and foreskins
for a buzz. Health experts warn it can cause skin damage and lead to addiction. By the way, this is on Business Insider.
Yeah, hilarious.
BusinessInsider.com is where this
warning,
is from.
any sort of nicotine use may lead to addiction. God damn, I'm glad that they pointed that out, that it might lead to addiction if you ingest nicotine.
So, according to online forum threads and reports from Denmark's National Health Institute, an increasing number of particularly Scandinavians are experimenting with the substance.
I couldn't trust them, dude.
Nicotine pouches are typically placed inside the lip. Though they may seem like a safer alternative to smoking a vapor cigarette, health experts say nicotine pouches come with their own risks, including skin irritation, addiction, and gum disease. You're on your way.
Thank you. I get the boofing because you would always hear of people like soaking tampons and shit in vodka and,
yeah.
and they say if you like butt chug alcohol, like it
true.
could kill you.
No, it's
dude.
true.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
blood.
true. In an interview with a Danish outlet, a 19-year-old Oliver, however the hell you say his last name, said he and his friends placed
Orange
placed Zyn under their foreskins because they were curious about how it would affect them. He said the only effects he noticed were a burning sensation and a rash the next day, so he wouldn't try again. In the same article, a Danish health expert said she'd also heard a similar story from a patient. They got drunk, and one forgot to take out the nicotine pouch again. The next morning, he woke up, and his penis was red and very swollen and hurting. It was the first and last time he tried it.
brother.
In one forum, someone who experimented with nicotine in their butthole said their craving for the substance disappeared after a few minutes. When a person...
Is that what it's going to take for me to quit?
When a person uses nicotine pouches as intended under the lip, nicotine enters the bloodstream through mucous membranes in the area. Romer, that health expert, said the same reaction occurs if the nicotine is placed in the butthole and foreskin, since these areas also contain mucous membranes. According to the Cleveland Clinic, placing nicotine in contact with skin for an extended period of time could cause swelling and rashes.
God damn, dude.
So leave it to people, dude. Right?
Ruining a good thing.
Ruining a good thing.
Curiosity burnt the hog, dude. Fucking Icarus flew too close to the sun that day. Go ahead.
Can't just fucking put his in the mouth. Gotta start putting it in other mucous membranes.
Yeah, dude. So the butthole shit's wild. I don't fault you for that. We tried to shove ecstasy tablets in our butthole when we were 17 or 18 years old because we heard tale that was a magic.
About to go to prom.
Yeah. So obviously, if we've been snipped, I mean, do you just try to pull a thing of skin up? I don't think it would work for us unless you pre-moisten the Zen and then just slapped it on there and let it kind of paper mache.
I think the people, I think they're adding a little moisture, and I think they're not afraid to get the job done.
Now, here's a beautiful thought. Genuinely. Love is love. Genuinely believe that, okay? You always see the romanticizing. You get done post-coitus, you're curled up with your lover and light that cigarette. You share that cigarette, dude. All right. And I think we've talked about docking on here before. Imagine that, dude. You're in the throes of passion with your male lover that just happens to be your fucking bro.
And you guys like to just zen out, dude.
You love this man, but more importantly, you love this fucking bub, dude. And you just got one Zen pouch and you're just rocking it, dude. And that little Chinese penis trap of a, I don't know, dude. There's something romantic about that, dude. But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I wonder if I just soak my wiener in a shot of
Zen water?
No, alcohol. Do you get drunk if you soak your...
Oh, dude, that's going to hurt.
Probably be good for me. Probably burn off the sins of the last couple decades. That's a wild one, dude. You ever had a little bit of soap get in your hog hole?
Hell yeah,
burns like a motherfucker, don't it? That probably don't feel too good. If it's a Zen.
The other one is if you know me, which if you listen to the podcast, you probably do. Probably stayed the night at my house at some point in your life. I fuck with Bronner soap.
Yeah,
I fuck with Dr. I've been fucking with that basically my whole adult life.
Rocco Bronner.
Shout out to Mikhail for semi-introducing it to me. When I first moved into Meadow Run with them, he had Burt's Bees soap that was like a Bronner's knockoff. I was like, ooh, I like this shit. and then I got hit to the Bronners.
You ain't never looked back.
I ain't never looked back. But there's been a few phases of it. I didn't realize I was going to talk about Bronner soap. But the first one, the first one he ever made, the standard, is the peppermint. So I figured we'll start with the standard. Not necessarily my wiener, but goddamn, I went to wash my butthole, and I get in there.
Yeah,
I wash my butthole, dude.
Yeah, you got to.
And fucking,
that's how I found out about that boil.
Yeah, there you go. I get in there, and my butthole was on ice, on fire. It was a song of fire and ice, bro.
That's like your one opportunity to really get in there, dude. If you're not thoroughly washing your asshole in the shower, what is you doing?
Yeah. So like, there are, I'm sure we may have even talked about it. There is a larger than it needs to be group of men out there that don't wash their butthole because they think that's gay.
Oh, that's gross. It's gay to not.
It's gay to not wash your butthole.
Because what are you afraid of, pal?
Yeah, well, you gonna just pleasure yourself
that's
with
gross,
it's like, wash your fucking hole,
wash
you nasty
your
ass.
fucking ass. We were also talking on the pod where if you're restricting calories, you eat a lot of minty things.
Oh yes,
because
yes.
I was having that
is true
sensation because I was chewing a lot of gum.
Yeah, there's not much in your gut, and
I didn't like that too much.
Yeah,
you had that time,
dude. It's intense.
What kind of shampoo you use, dude?
Just
I don't think I ever knew that.
The pant, dude. I do switch around because I switch around.
God damn, dude. You stay loyal to Bronco Bronner's, Dr. Bronner's soap.
When I lived, so like I don't use it now.
Then you're just willy-nilly on the hair.
When I lived with you, you'll probably remember this.
Herbal
at the
essence.
time.
Is that why you were moaning in the shower all the time?
It was like a lighter green than this, but I use like a
dude. I've been on that Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine for goddamn
I've used
20 years.
I've used Garnier Fructis before. It is funny. I don't have a lot of brand loyalty with shampoo.
Soap,
I'll go through like year periods.
Yeah.
Where like I'll use it for like 2-3 years, but then I'll switch.
Soap, I'm willy-nilly on, dude.
That's funny. We're the reverse.
Yeah, I'm on right now. I'm on that Irish Spring. That's just like my business wash. But if I'm stepping out, I've got various body washes depending on the engagement.
I'm Bronner's only now. Like, if I go to a hotel,
no fragrance.
If I forgot to say it. Started with peppermint, used lavender for years, and then for the like last 5 or 6 years, I've been on the citrus. I
could also see you just using Dial soap just in the bathroom.
No, the I don't know what I would use if I didn't use Bronner's, really, truthfully, because like literally my whole adult life I
was on that Dove Men's Health Care Plus or whatever.
Growing up, just because I wasn't making the decisions about what the fuck we had, I used bar soap, like you said, and it was the white Dove.
That's why my parents use that motherfucker will dry you out.
I know.
It dries you out.
But yeah, white Dove bars of soap is what I used growing up. And like, I didn't scrub it on my body like you will. Growing up, I used wash rags, dude.
I did growing up too. And then I got body hair.
Yeah. And then, so I would lather the soap up in the wash rag.
I got
and
tired
wash myself
of
off.
the Cantrell family washcloth, dude. Thing would stay in that tub for a week.
We're the reverse. So
would stay in that tub for a week, dude. And you get to Friday or Saturday and you're looking at Tim Cantrell's little shit mark on that wash rag,
so
dude.
we are the exact reverse. I didn't know that. This is funny. In our house, we did at least have you have a rack of white washcloths that are only for your face, for your face, and then you have the colored ones for your body, and you don't reuse it. They get washed. Like, we have enough for the whole week, and then they get rewashed once a week.
So you might be in a minority to have a face, which I think is actually a hot play. I'd be curious to know how many people have a face washcloth.
Never thought about it.
Body, there ain't that many people.
Never thought about it. Theory, being raised by a woman, because makeup removers and they typically use like a different thing for their face than they do the rest. Just a theory. I don't know if that's true or not.
Grandpa probably uses one of the brushes they use for horses.
I have no idea, but he probably does. But so that's my soap and washcloth history.
Yeah.
One other throwback. There was an episode where you were talking about tightening your pelvic muscles.
Yeah, it's tight right now, dude, and it's involuntary. I can't help it.
You ready for this? Today I fucked up on Reddit. Today I fucked up. by subconsciously clenching my pelvic muscles for years and giving myself ED.
Damn, dude, that's what happened. That's what caused it.
I, 30-year-old male, have been dealing with ED for a while, mostly weak erections and soft glands. It crept in slowly and got worse.
What?
Glans, Glans.
Soft glands.
Google it. It crept in. It crept in slowly and got worse over time. I assumed it was because of my sedentary lifestyle, so I started working out, eating better, and getting more sleep. After a few months with no improvement, I got seriously worried and started looking for answers. That's when I came across some info about pelvic floor dysfunction in men. It mentioned tight pelvic muscles being a possible cause. That's when it hit me. I've been subconsciously clenching my pelvic floor muscles for years without even realizing it. Probably made worse by frequent masturbation and stress.
Damn, is that Stone Age Mouse? Did I write this post?
Out of curiosity, I tried a few Kegels. Almost immediately, I noticed a big difference. My erection was nearly back to full.
Wait, Kegels?
You tighten, I believe it's like your muscles that are like under your fucking, in between like
that's
your
what's
taint.
Tight, though. That's what's tight. It's all
Isn't your pelvic like
it's
this
all
shit?
Your dog.
Your pelvic's up here.
Yeah, I got you, but it's
we'll
all
do some
connected.
anatomy after the episode.
Pull your pants down. Show the folks at home. Show the folks at home.
Almost immediately, I noticed a big difference. My erection was nearly back to full. Still having some soft glands issues, but it was first real improvement I'd seen.
Go ahead.
Later, I read that doing Kegels with already tight pelvic muscles can make things worse. So now I've paused them and shifted to yoga, deep breathing, and relaxing stretches.
Told you I got to get the stretching again, dude. I've got to get the stretching again, dude. This guy, I need to meet this man. I'm about to DM him.
Oh, shit. Planning to ease back into Kegels once things loosen up a bit. If you're dealing with unexplained ED, don't overlook your pelvic floor. You might be clenching without even knowing it. Too long, didn't read? Had ED for a while. Assumed it was lifestyle. Turns out I'd been clenching my pelvic muscles for years. Kegels helped, but now focusing on relaxing first. Progress is real. Hoping for a full recovery.
Wait for the edit. Okay, so, dude, when it occurred to me that I had been keeping it tight, it was when I was living in Troy, but I just started working here in Cincy. Mm-hmm. And I had like an hour and a half commute, and at 75 was always treacherous, and I'd always be just log jammed in traffic. And I'd be sitting there, and I would I'm doing it now. Like, I would just start focusing, and I would feel all my muscles down there relaxing, and it feels strange.
Yeah, because dude,
it feels so odd.
There is never a point in my day where I'm just tightening all those
dude,
muscles.
And part of it, like the butthole, like everything, like it just felt odd, and it was hard for me to maintain that relax. And that's when I realized, holy shit, I have been keeping everything tight for I don't know how long. I don't know why it started. Couldn't tell you. I didn't even know.
I feel like stress will do it because if you're just all tightened up like that.
Dude, I didn't even know it was fucking happening. And
how do you not realize that?
You don't realize until you start relaxing. You're like, holy shit. I've had all this fucking pressure. Ready for this? Soft glands refers to a condition where the head of the penis, the glans, Glans, is abnormally flexible in troops. Dude, don't laugh, man. This is serious. Often due to a deficiency in the supportive tissue or improper placement size of a penile implant. So I do not have that. My head is not droopy yet. This can cause discomfort during sexual activity and is often associated with floppy gland syndrome, FGS, which is a dangerous acronym.
Yeah, and it's floppy gland syndrome. That thing's losing all the way around.
Yeah. Oh man. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude. So, pelvic floor dysfunction.
Well, and then I'm like sitting here wondering, is that why you're shitting your pants all the time? because you're just low and loose, and I'm high and tight. I've got I'm guarding the. I don't know, man. I'm holding the door.
The Cleveland Clinic says that pelvic floor dysfunction is the inability to correctly relax and coordinate your pelvic floor muscles to poop. Oh, well, and so you don't have that problem.
No.
Yeah, so
I control my
function. Yeah,
my poops don't control me, dude.
They control me.
So he's got an edit there.
Yeah,
what's
which
the edit?
I haven't seen this edit actually. Edit. I wanted to share symptoms that led me to arrive at this self-diagnosis. Number 1, feeling that urine has not fully drained. Sometimes few drops leak after a few seconds peeing. I think that's just an old man thing, bro.
Dog, I be peeing all the time, and sometimes I don't feel like I got it all peed out.
Oh, I feel like I'm peed at all. There's just that little straw full. Number 2, trouble closing and locking down the tube after peeing.
I don't know what that
means. Me neither.
I mean, I think I do, but isn't that the two opposite
things? Yeah, you would think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't relate. Number 3, much to my embarrassment, I started to fart when coughing on occasion, very rarely, but I was very concerned. At least it wasn't in front of anyone I was with.
This guy's a pussy, dude.
This guy's a pussy. Like, I don't mind.
Bro, I fart when I cough. I fart when I sneeze. I fart when I fart.
I can't. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of a time where I farted when I coughed.
I've been getting them walking farts here lately, just crop dusting folks. You ever farted going up and down stairs, dude?
No. See, I'll shit myself, but it's because I'm intentionally farting. I'm an intentional farter.
I tell you, one of the last times I was at my parents' house, my dad was like, "Hey, son, I think you need to get checked out. You're getting older. You need a colonoscopy." Like, what are you talking about?
I've had one.
He goes, "You fucking." Your shits. He's like, I heard you in there. He goes, you're 35 years old. You shouldn't be eating Imodium like candy. And he goes, you could just fart whenever you want to. He goes, that ain't normal. Man, he was being serious. And I'm just like, Dad, I can't confess to you my diet. You have a pretty good idea. But if my dad saw me on a Sunday when I ain't got nothing going on, he would be appalled. Dude, I'd be having interventions. He would be scared to fucking death.
The only difference...
And I know that when I do get on a normal diet, that stops. Like, literally, my butthole, my farts and poops are a direct result of my lifestyle.
The funny thing is, like... I can go on some food benders too. I've just done it in front of my mom. I'm just like basking in the glory. I don't remember when the fuck this was. One time I just slayed multiple boxes of Do-si-Dos, Girl Scout cookies, dude. I don't remember the exact count, but 4 or 5.
Tim would not let that go down.
I mean,
I'd have to sneak them.
Oh no, I just slayed them. And she's over there tripping out about like I'm about to induce myself with diabetes and shit. Like
I've walked a razor's edge for 35 years, dude.
This was sometime I was younger, but like I was old enough to not give a fuck. This guy, all right, he's got one more bullet point here. Number 4, I sit for long hours in front of my computer for work and play.
Business and pleasure. I do the same thing.
That said, I am going to see a pelvic floor physiotherapist soon as many comments suggested.
If that ain't some fucking pseudoscience, fucking.
If you do face similar symptoms, it's best to do the same. I said the flame. Edit 2. The pelvic floor contracts and relaxes multiple times a day for various normal activities like lifting weights, sneezing, and coughing. Please do not confuse this with what I did. I basically clenched for longer periods of time without letting go. This happened on a regular basis for years. Don't be scared if you feel your Kegels tighten for a short while. That's entirely normal. So that answers your question. Yes, it is the same shit. Thanks.
It's all pipes, dude. It's all connected.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, I saw that article and I was like,
what is a top comment? I mean, what do we got? Like, is there anybody that like, oh, finally somebody?
For a brief moment, I was confused about the relation between your pelvic muscles and an eating disorder. And then somebody said, damn it, I should have said at first glance instead of a brief first moment. I'd never looked at the comments of this thing. I've got my finger in my ass, but I forgot what to do next.
You gotta plug your nose, shove a finger in your ass, and then just hold the air in.
As soon as I read this, I instantly realized I had my pelvic muscles clenched. Yeah.
You eat too many fucking edibles to have any part of your body clenched.
It's not possible, bro.
No, you're just relaxed.
I've been training my shit since I was 13, bro.
That eerily resonates with me.
I got one more Reddit one, dude, that I'll just go ahead and fire off now.
Daddy.
This is the only time to my knowledge that I read a Reddit thread and I was just dying laughing at some of the shit, and I fucking decided I was just going to read some of these comments. So this thread...
Hey, can you pop this in my asshole for me?
This is an Ask Reddit thread. What's the worst thing you did when you were horny?
God. Well, hold on. Let's answer this. And then we'll read the comments.
I knew you were going to ask this, and I was even thinking about it.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like anything. Like
I don't have anything
growing
crazy.
Up, it's not like we went to a Lowe's and got out of our car naked and ran around the parking lot or anything like that. I would like masturbate with various things, but I feel like that's any young boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like rub my wiener on stuff. Dude.
I wouldn't necessarily rub my wiener on stuff.
You remember that fucking tiger? My parents had a ceramic tiger piggy bank.
Damn, bro.
It's like a little statue of a tiger.
I don't.
Bro, I didn't even know I was horny. Dude, I had to have been like 7 or 8, dude. I was at the Fair Park house, and I would always wake up early and play that Casper on PlayStation 1. And
that was a great fucking game.
It was awesome. My mom came in, and I'm just grinding my fucking bare 7-year-old pee-pee up and down that thing.
To my knowledge, I never did nothing like that.
She was like, "Do you have to pee?" I was like, "Don't tell Dad." No, but I think, I don't know, the worst thing I've done is probably, I have had some marathon beat sessions. You ever just had that?
So
like marathon sessions.
One guy mentioned that, and I was gonna
like
not even
like
that up,
multiple nuts, just like edging, like lighting candles.
See, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
bro, I'm
glad you brought that up because I was actually gonna say that. I was like,
I don't think that's bad. You could do a lot worse stuff.
Yeah,
if you're fucking horny.
I agree.
Some of the worst shit men have done on this earth is
that's what I'm saying. Dude. I feel like I ain't done nothing crazy.
Good. Let's
like truly. But
let's see what
anyways,
the Reddit verse says.
When I was 11, I inaccurately hand-painted a Chun-Li Street Fighter G.I. Joe to look nude. Unaware what that would do to my hormonal anxiety, I'd just stare at it for hours, getting a weird little boy boner. One day, I accidentally dry humped my way to climax while holding her. Confused and overcome with guilt, I flushed her down the toilet.
A doll or a G.I. Joe?
The way I understand it, that thing's probably like that big.
I'm picturing G.I. Joe. I'm picturing a big motherfucker. Yeah. So like growing up, you know, we didn't have the internet necessarily readily at our disposal, dude. So I would be aroused by different things. I would fucking look at catalogs with chicks and with bras and stuff
so
like that.
So here's where I had it good, I guess, is growing up, I don't know how I figured it out, but the TV, like after whatever time, you know, the channels used to work different, bro. Like you had to like find them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know.
You would have to look at the pixelate or like the weird, like if you didn't have Cinemax, but if you turned to the Cinemax
that's
channel,
exactly what it was.
You could fucking
and it'd
see
be
a
like
titty.
in black and white and shit, but like you could see it. And so like they'd play like softcore porn on that shit.
Bro, do you remember every now and then around that time they would be like, here's a free weekend of
Hell
HBO. Dog.
Yes,
and I'd be like,
remember.
Like, boys, I'm fucking busy.
Hell yeah.
This weekend. Dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember that. That's what dreams are made of.
That is what. Oh, dude. TLC, the Learning Channel, would have like once every few months, they would like have like an anatomical like life documentaries.
You dove deeper than I dove,
bro. I'm like thinking you're online when you said that shit. I'm like thinking like, oh shit, I used to watch TLC. They would show uncensored tits.
Bro,
at like
I probably like when I was a young boy, dude. Fucking that blurry Skinemax channel, dude. That was my thing.
Well, when I was a young boy, the wind would hit that thing just right.
And then once I got the internet, I had a computer.
Yeah.
But anyway, this one's good. Went out to FAP in my backyard during a full moon at 12 a.m. midnight.
Howling, dude.
Thought it would be somehow alter the experience. Then the sub comment said, "Did you have a moongasm?" Then somebody said, "A moon goon." This one's like a wholesome one, kind of. Drove from Pennsylvania to North Carolina in a beater of a car with a dying alternator. It got me there for the long weekend, but not back. Got stuck halfway home in a random town in Virginia. To be fair, I did end up marrying the girl, and that got me doing that 30 years later, and I'm still together.
She thought he was a male prostitute.
I'll read it. It's not as interesting as that line sounds. Picked up a woman double my age in a bar, took her to a hotel, woke up the next day, and she was gone, and she'd left a wad of cash. She thought I was a male prostitute.
And so they got married?
No, that's a separate comment. These are different people.
I was like, damn, dude, this chick was twice your age and fucking you married her? And
This guy said, I followed my dick places I wouldn't go with a gun. This one had a friends with benefits situation going on. We met on a Friday afternoon. She said that she just wanted to have a weekend long fuck fest. She was fun and a bit wild. So I said, it sounds like fun. This psycho spiked every drink I had for 3 days with Viagra to keep me going. By Sunday morning, my chest hurt and I was feeling like hell.
oh my God.
She ended up stalking me for a year and caused my heart attack with an overdose of Viagra.
Oh my God, dude.
Somebody said, bro, you just got Bill Cosby by a chick. See, here's the one I was going to bring this up on. I was like, I've never done anything close to this. Spending the whole night masturbating, then only getting about an hour or two of sleep.
Hell yeah, brother.
Post that clarity always makes me think, why did you do that?
Why, dude, I sometimes I would get overcome with guilt about what I'd just done.
The two sub comments, one dude said, normal Tuesday. The other dude said, so there I was, gooning.
Dude, have I ever told you about the first time I nutted?
Probably.
I had to have.
Probably.
Do you remember your first time nutting?
Yeah, I do.
So you're going to share your story after
I will. Mine's
So
not as
here's
funny as
what's
yours.
fucking wild, dude. I was in middle school, probably 6th or 7th grade. And I would pull these all-nighters, not for crank sessions, but like on the weekends. I just thought it was cool to just stay up late. I'd play video games, do whatever. And I'm sitting there, I'm laying down on my bed. And it's wee hours of the morning. And I am just twirling around my thumb and fucking index finger. And then I do this move where I'm on my back and I'm not even gripping it. And I'm, and I'm just sliding my hand back and forth. And then
I had access to internet much before you. So I knew.
Dude, and without knowing what I was doing, I came. And it wasn't like, and it felt weird. And I was like, that's not pee. And dude, I got sick to my stomach. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that was what was supposed to happen. And I woke up the night. I was like, my parents are gonna know. Like, should I tell them? Like, I thought
Hey, how would they know?
I don't know, dude. I thought I fucking broke my hog. And I didn't know if I should tell them or what. And then once I realized that was what was supposed to happen, dude, it was on, bro. It was fucking on. That's a true story. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what that was, dude.
So I was more educated and knew that was the end result.
How old?
I don't remember. I was just thinking that. I don't remember how old I was. I wish I did. But so I knew what was supposed to happen. And I had been through the motions of nutting before, just without the juice, dude. Fucking, and I'm not even a shower beater, but I guess this day I was. And I just remembered,
got a handful of that fucking.
I just remember nutting,
Pro V, dude.
I just remember it was like, oh shit, like, whoa, like that's really what it was.
Mine
for
was
me.
like, oh shit. Whoa.
Yeah. Like mine was like almost adrenaline-ish. Like, whoa. Yeah. But
Chuck's banging on the door. What the hell's going on? I told you about my dad walking in. I just had a buffet of printed off fucking pictures, dude. I thought I was being so slick. I would print like Playboy pictures of like Pamela Anderson and Carmen Electra off, and I had this folder, dude, from school. Keep it in there, and I'd go in the bathroom.
See, I had a computer,
dog, and I must have just, for some reason, I just thought I was invisible in the bathroom, and like time stood still. But little did I realize I was in there for like an hour, and I had all them pictures laid out on the and I'm just sitting on the toilet just scanning them with a buffet of titties. Just a buffet of titties, dude. And then my dad just fucking, he goes, "You all right in there?" He barges in, he goes, proceeds to tell every one of my family members at like a family reunion, all of it, telling me about he told his coworkers this, that, and the other. The only thing he got stern with me about, he's like, "Hey, your mom and your sister use that toilet too. Don't do it there." But yeah, I got busted bigger and shit. I just had all these fucking full page printouts of just shitty resolution titties.
And it's also funny, just you're such an idiot. Like,
and the adrenaline of printing off, like letting that thing print.
Yeah,
and the family room.
If you ain't ever printed something on an old school printer in color too, oh, it's so slow. Fucking, and it's also funny. Like the threat of punishment was so much higher for you than it was for me. Like,
dude, I get punished for everything.
Yeah, like I took some like bigger punishments, but like my day to days, I could get by with quite a bit of shit.
Yeah, you could.
I'll read a few more of these. For some reason, this one's weird to me. For some reason, when I get sick and have a fever with headache, I get a real strong urge to masturbate. No matter how bad the head pain is, I keep going until I finish. When I finally do finish, the pain is so momentarily overshadowed by the orgasm before it comes back with full force, and it just is fucking horrible. Not worth it at all, but I can't help myself.
That's the last thing I want to do.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm sick, I'm basically asexual. I'm like my wiener doesn't even exist. Like when I'm sick, like fucking
got a little COVID mask on it.
He's straight up.
With 5 Zen pouches in it.
Some dude commented username checks out, and the dude's username is put the dick down. So we mentioned GTA 6 earlier, but this one had me laughing when I read through this earlier. I went to the GTA 5 strip club, unironically. That's pretty fucking funny.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, you got to think, we were in our 20s when that came out. Bro, there's a reality where if Adam Cantrell is 13 years old, I'm spending a whole night. I'm pulling an all-nighter, and I'm only in that strip club.
I'm not doing that.
I am. 100%.
This one's pretty good. When I was 14 or 15, can't remember, I had just returned home from a year in the student exchange program, and a male friend invited me to spend a week at a resort his family had shares in. This guy's also a man. They're friends. There, I met a girl that for some reason we hit it off almost immediately. On the second day, she asked me what the wildest thing I've done was. I told her that I swam once with a friend, female, naked for an entire year. I was in the exchange program. She asked, that's like such a 14-year-old thing to say. She asked me if I had sex with the girl, and wanting to sound like a stud, I told her yes, but no, we didn't. She told me she would want to do it, but only with someone wild. I told her to try me. And she challenged me to jump in the pool naked the next day and complete a lap before getting out of it. The next day, I went down to the pool area in my bathrobe. She was there. I took it off, jumped in, swam a lap, got out, and security got to me. After a long... Go ahead.
I was just thinking, I feel like she's setting him up to just give him the, I want to see your hog as shriveled as possible when you get out of that pool, dude.
After a long conversation with my friend's parents, how I had shamed them, that I had to explain my actions and they would be telling my parents, I asked to speak to my friend's stepdad alone. I told him a hot chick had challenged me and that the group of teenagers were kind of distant to me, but didn't explain the details of really why I went in and did it. Luckily for me, the stepdad had seen me chatting to the girl the day before and told me not to do anything crazier again. I'd be going back home by bus. About 2 days later, I saw the girl naked, but we didn't do anything. Since then,
stepdad's was out at the pool an awful lot after that.
Since that day until we returned home, the resort staff kept an eye on everything I did, and the bartender kept calling me Sausage Boy.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's pretty.
That's some shit you can only get away with as a teenager too. By the way, that's a different.
That's
a whole different set of consequences.
Hell yes, it is.
You go from a sausage boy to a sausage man, dude. You're living with that rap shit. Dude.
Yeah, but those had me fucking dying, dude. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta read some of those.
That's funny. Those are good.
You got anything else you want to bring to the table for this one?
No, dude. I was thinking, when I was talking about that woman with shitty pants, and I imagined myself with shitty pants on a flight from Italy to Germany, and how removing my pants would rip all the hair off my ass, dude. Bro, you need to nair me down again. Be a bub. Nair me down.
Okay.
Will you do that?
Why not?
All right, thank you. It's been a while, dude. I'm thick, dude. Thick. It's getting warm out. These shirt. It's getting hot.
You're the only person I've ever known to use Nair.
Dude, Nair for men, bro. I'm so furry, and people are like, "Why do you do it?" It's like you don't understand what that does for me to get all that fur. It's like, have you ever seen some sheep get sheared, dude? That's what you're doing. It's fucking awesome. It's just hard for me. I've tried to do it by myself, and it does not work out.
No, because you can chemically burn yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do that. Maybe that'll be our first ever Patreon. Dude.
God.
Maybe you could nair my whole back except for the grease trap logo.
Man, that'd be pretty hard.
That'd be hard.
I'd have to do it in like pieces. I'd have to get a block ready.
Yeah.
And then
we'll think about it. We'll workshop it a bit.
All right. Would you rather be able to put off farting to a more convenient time anytime you want? So like you're somewhere, you really got to fart. You're like, shit, I don't want to fart here. So you can put it off, save it for later. And you can do that really as much as you want.
Okay.
Or you don't have to do anything at all. Just one time a month on the first of the month, $300 untaxed hits your bank account.
What kind of question is this? Don't I already fart wherever I want, whenever I want? That is a softball. Don't tell me you spent all weekend doing nothing. And
that's the worst one I got and was getting rid of it.
Okay.
What about a $20 deposit?
Any amount of money.
Any amount. I would take the $300 as well.
I would take any amount of money.
That was a softball.
I think I got a would you rather in here. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Do you mind? Not to step on toes.
I don't care.
Okay. This is a good. Now this is one to get you thinking. All right. Would you rather die tomorrow? Tomorrow, Dalton Sipes, the stroke of midnight, done.
Yep.
Painless, whatever.
Sure.
You're done.
Sure.
Cease to exist.
Yep.
Or live forever and what that entails.
You want to know what's funny?
Listen, did you have that?
Look right here.
Oh, shit. That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
What that will entail is the earth, the sun blows up. Earth is done. You could even the earth could blow up and you are drifting in the cosmos for infinity. What are you doing?
This one, because I've thought about this. Obviously, I had that question, and I've thought about this one over time. Like, young, old, whatever. You have to die tomorrow.
You have to.
There's no sane person that is willing to go. Because
I don't think you choose option one, insanity. I think you're in space sanity with coherent sane thoughts.
Yes, number one is the only
That's
real
a
option.
knee-jerk reaction.
Because number two, where you live forever, like really think about what you're going through here. You can't die, but you experience everything. Yeah, that sun's going to explode. You're going to be you're going to be frozen. And then you might hit a black hole.
I would even say, let's just say that you are in your health and you don't even age. Your health stays exactly where it's at.
Still,
even then,
and like also,
you could go through a black hole and make it to the other side.
So we're talking about physical pain so far. You also need to think about, you're going to watch everyone that you know die. Meet an entire new set of people that you know and love and care for. You're going to watch all of them die. And then you're going to do it over again. Like, that is going to start to weigh on you so hard.
I think eventually it would, and you'd become numb to it. I think eventually, after years and years and years and years, hundreds of years, dude, you would become numb to it, but it would still suck.
Like, everybody, because you're like everybody you ever meet is going to die, and you're still going to be around in that scenario. Like, so you have this intense, like, and as the world's like ending, which is, will happen. Like, that's not some doomsday shit. Like, just the nature of it is it will end. Forever from now, but whatever. You're going to go through all that. You're going to be drifted. You cannot do that. That's not an option. You have to die tomorrow.
Same.
Yeah.
I would die tomorrow.
You have to. That's the
So
only.
do we count that as a double win or double
I'm
agree?
counting it as a double.
Double agree?
We're 12-5. I got to get some
Dude,
different
we're not so
shit.
different, you and I.
That's right.
What a layup of a would you rather, dude. I can't get over that, dude.
Well, come back next week.
All right. All right, gang. With that being said, that's another episode of the Grease Trap in the books. If you're watching us, of course, you're on our YouTube channel. Go ahead, smash that like, hit subscribe. Yeah, dude. Leave a comment, but not if it's rude and nasty. Only if it's super cool and fucking supportive. If you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify or Amazon or wherever, rate it. Give us 5 stars. Leave a comment. Give us some feedback. Tell a friend. Share that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Email us, dude. Mooma, we need a follow-up. There's so many questions. And if it wasn't for Moomaw, I think our email account would get shut down for deactivated.
Yeah, Moomaw, you do a good job, dude.
Keeping us active. But, dude,
Harold,
I got to know.
Harold.
What was Harold, too?
Yeah.
Harold, you've been slacking, bro. Hit us up, dude. What the hell?
Ever since I told him he's crazy for not liking the
Dude,
butterbeer goldfish.
Dude, them butterbeer goldfish, dude. Hold on one second. We'll do a plug, dude.
Not even playing. They're delicious.
Sissel has no less than 12 bags of this, and that's been depleted since the last I was here. These things are dangerously good. The Harry Potter butterbeer.
Let me tell you, butterbeer. Let me tell you, slamming a bag of them is easy.
Child's play.
It's easy.
It's too easy. It's almost dangerous how easy it is.
Yeah.
I'll take 3 good handfuls, and that's a bag.
Yeah, dude. The slamming a bag is easy.
But anyway, Harold, get over it, dude. Write us back. But Moomaw, I want to fucking know, dude. What was the small talk you engaged? Because I know Moomaw.
Yeah, I know you,
He's
Moomaw.
too nice of a
You
guy.
ain't me, Moomaw. You're way nicer than I
And
am.
I know that's easy for me to say, and I'd be lying if I said Adam Cantrell probably would end up getting wrapped up into something.
There's a world where I go, you shit yourself.
Depends on how drunk Adam Cantrell is on that plane. And
true.
if Adam Cantrell is on a plane, he's hammered, and then I will definitely be like, yo, you just shit them bridges. But anyway, just set the scene a little. You can't just casually say that and then breeze past. But and our email address is
The Grease Trap at OhioBroadcastingCompany.com.
and it ain't easy being greasy, but if you roll with us, we're going to teach you how to do one thing. And what is that one thing, Dalton Sipes?
It's to get your grease on.
And you keep it on. And don't shit your britches on an airplane, dude. Come on and get you a bag of these.
Yeah, if you can find them.
And like a bag full of Harry Potter butterbeer goldfish, we gone.